All right, good morning, everyone. We are so glad that you're joining us for today's virtual from home, being safe and protecting ourselves exercise class. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Sarah Ransom, and I am the UT-TSU FCS Family Consumer Science Extension Agent, and one of my job responsibilities is teaching Arthritis Exercise over at our local senior center. So if you're joining us for the first time, welcome. If you're one of my seniors, so glad to see you all. Hopefully we'll be back in person soon. Today, for an extra, we have my mom. This is Kathy. She's going to help demonstrate, and that way I don't have to do this all by myself. So we're going to start by sitting on the end of our chairs. We sit nice and tall. This helps engage our core muscles, our back muscles. It also improves posture. So sitting nice and tall, we're just going to start with our heads, and we're going to take our heads and we're going to turn from one side over to the other, enjoying a nice stretch through the neck. So this loosens up all those sore muscles from the night before, getting out all that tension. As you slowly go from one side to the other, when you arrive to one side, you're going to take a deep breath in and out, and then move to the other side. Those nice deep breaths bring the oxygen into your body, which help keep you from being so sore later on. We'll go once more to the other side. And then we'll come back to center. So once you're in the center, we're going to do our head tilt. So keeping those shoulders nice and relaxed, you're just going to tilt your head off from one side, feeling that stretch down the side of your neck again with the deep breaths. And then up and over to the other side. Deep breath in and out. Again, from one side over to the other. So normally during class, this is when I ask everybody how they're doing. So Mom, how you doing?
Pretty well.
We are enjoying, very much so, working from home, or I am anyway. Yesterday I went out and mowed the yard for like 2 hours. I lost track of time. Rolled my ankle, so today we're going to do some ankle strengthening exercises. So from here we're going to sit nice and tall. We're going to take those shoulders, drop those arms down by our sides. We're just going to strike straight up and down. Straight up and down. So this is a great time of year to get outside, mow your yard, get some good walking exercise. I do recommend you watch where you put your feet though, because if you're not careful, you'll do what I did and roll your ankle. And that is not a pleasant experience. So from here, we're going to take this shrug straight up and down, and we're going to take those shoulders up. We're going to rotate back and back down. So the reason we always rotate back, for those of us joining us for the first time, we rotate back so that our posture is set in the right direction. All too often in exercise videos, or as we go throughout daily life, when we go sit at a computer, we slump. When we sit and watch TV, we slump. And so when we do forward rotations, it's bringing those shoulders down. So by reversing it, when we go back, it sets those shoulders back and sets up that nice posture. So we go up and roll back. We'll go for 3, 2, and the last one, lift and back. From here, you're going to turn your palms face forward, and you're just going to lift up, touch your shoulders, and back down. So this is warming up the elbows, getting all of your joints nice and loose. So we lift and lower, remembering to take nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. So from here, we're going to go for 3, 2, last one. So from here, we're going to go down. We're going to come up halfway, and then we're going to extend those arms all the way up. So we're going to extend that stretch all the way up, working into the shoulders now. So we slowly loosen up each one of the joints, get them ready for motion. As we do this, we think about the exercises we're doing. We do what we call a self-body check. What's hurting? We listen to our bodies. Discomfort is okay, pain is not. So if it's hurting, go back to just doing the basic. We'll go for 3 and down. Last 2 and down. Final one, stretch up nice and tall, and then come back down. So from here, we're going to take those arms up and we're going to rotate over and back and over and back. So this gets into the elbows as well as the wrists. So it rotates through that elbow with the ulna and into your radial wrist bones. So it's using a different set of muscles. So then keeping those palms face down, we're going to take those wrists, we're going to rotate them up and then down. Up and then down. You're allowed to talk too. She's not normally this quiet. Anybody knows my mother, they know that's true. We were going to have this pointed out so you could see outside and see all of the lovely sun and the green grass, but the light was too bright and it wasn't going to work. So maybe one of these days I'll take the video outside and we'll do a class outside. So then from here we're going to take those wrists even nice and flat, and we're just going to go into nice easy wrist circles. We're getting poppy noises. So then from here we're going to take those wrists and rotate the other direction.
Yes, water aerobics.
Yeah, we're a few months out and everybody is so excited about water aerobics. So if you've never joined us for water aerobics in the summer when the swimming pool is open up in town, you can find us out there Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 o'clock doing water aerobics, and it is the most fun thing ever. So from here we're going to take our hands, we're going to prop them up, and all we're going to do is what we call finger O's. So each finger connects to the thumb and squeezes. The goal is to get a nice O shape in your fingers. So we'll squeeze and release, and then we move to the next finger. Squeezing and releasing each finger one at a time, building individual muscle strength and stretching those fingers out. This is also warming them up for everybody's favorite exercise. Everybody's favorite exercise cannot be done in the water aerobics, so it would not work in water aerobics. So we'll go in and out once more. Remembering, even while we're working our fingers, we're keeping that back nice and straight, and we're taking nice deep breaths. So when you're all done, we're going to take those fingers, we're going to stretch them out, and then curl into what we call a cat's claw. So you curl part of the way down, and then we straighten and curl, straighten and curl. And hopefully you can see this. My screen has gone black. So hopefully you can see what my fingers are doing. If not, I'll be providing pictures. Open and release. So from here we're going to open. We're going to curl all the way into a loose fist and stretch out and curl and stretch out and curl. Stretching and releasing the tension in your fingers. So from here, we have now arrived at everybody's favorite exercise. So this is a great one to do for all sorts of therapy reasons. Ooh, I almost missed my chair. Usually when that would have been really funny. Usually when I'm in class, I have a bag full of scrap paper from the office that we use. That way we're not wasting paper. However, when you're at home, I don't have access to my office work paper. And so everybody gets some stuff in the mail called junk mail. So you can take your junk mail and you just need one piece of paper. It can be really super thick paper or really super not thick. But you're going to take this paper and you're going to put it in one hand. This is what we call our paper crumpling exercise. So only using this one hand. No cheating. You can't use your other hand, your body, your mouth, your legs, nothing. Using that one hand, you're going to crumple this piece of paper up into a nice tight ball.
Don't have a tipple.
She doesn't have any viruses, I promise, guys.
No corona.
I'd be sitting a lot further away. So once you get into a nice tight ball, give it a good squeeze. Tight squeeze. Now, I gotta make sure she's not cheating. So using only this hand, you're now going to smooth this out. The only thing that's allowed is shaking, although shaking is not overly effective. But otherwise, you're rotating this paper through your hands to try and untangle it. So the benefits of this exercise is, one, it gives you good brain exercise because you have to think, how do I get this paper smooth again? And figure out how to work the paper through your hands to get it as straight as possible. The other thing is it's going to work your wrist and all of your finger joints, because you need all of them in very different capacities to be able to smoothen this paper back out. I'm doing good. My seniors would be impressed. And you can do this with any type of paper. My seniors love me most when I get that really, really thick, high quality paper, because then it makes it like 4 times as hard.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, they don't.
It's good for you, I'm sure.
They don't like when I do that to them. All right, so once you get it as smooth as you're gonna get it, what's good for one hand is good for the other hand. So take that piece of paper, transfer it to the other side, and crumple it back up. So you can do this if you're at home and you have a lot of junk paper. You can get a fresh piece of paper every time. That will help boost the value of this exercise. So once you get it into a good tight ball, go ahead and open it up. If your paper drops, it's no big deal. You just pick it back up and resume exercising. Oh, there goes the cows over the field. See, you guys don't get to see what I see. So normally I'm looking at my participants, and they are lovely people to look at. Today I'm looking over our green grass and the trees, and there's a field with some cows. I love cows. In just a few months, everything will be turning green and be beautiful. I did not do such a great job on this paper. All right, so once you get it as straight as you're going to, this is as good as I think this one's gonna get. You take your paper and you crumple it up. Normally my participants throw this at me, so today I'm throwing it back at you. Throw your paper, not it. What am I saying? All right, so from here, we're gonna bring our arms up into the middle. We're gonna start working into our waist. So you sit nice and tall, keep those shoulders relaxed, sucking that tummy in. We're gonna turn from the right to the left, rotating from one side over to the other. Remember to breathe as you go. People tend to stop breathing when they start exercising their core, and that just doesn't work out too well. Holding your breath is never a good thing. So go for 5 and 4. Last 3. Last 2. And last time each side. Nice full rotation. So from here we're going to come back to center. We're going to take those arms straight out in front. Mom's going to love this one. So you sit out on the very end of your chair. So close to the edge that you're almost falling out of it, but not so far as you actually fall out. So we're going to bring those arms up in front. Keeping the back nice and straight. You're going to lean back till your shoulders almost touch the back of the chair. This is going to engage your core abs. If you have,
that's good.
Yeah, and you come back up. If you have a really low backed chair, you can lean way back there. So this engages your core. This is like the chair version of a floor crunch or sit up.
This is much
So we'll go back
easier
and up.
to do. I like this.
She's going to only be doing these now when we do crunches.
Exactly.
Back and up.
Well, it doesn't feel as stressful on your body.
Yeah,
So
it's not.
good.
We'll go for 5 and 4. Last 3, 2, and 1. So on this last one, you take it down there and you hold it.
Ooh.
And while you're holding it, you remember to breathe. I have to breathe because I'm talking, but you all have to breathe too, just because you're holding. So this engages those muscles. The lower you are, the more shaking you should feel. So we'll hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Bring those arms down by your sides. So from here, I'm going to scoot this way,
Teach you to count faster.
hoping that you're in here. All right. So from here, we're going to go back into the arms, then we're going to go down to the legs. We're just going to take those arms by our sides. We're going to lift straight up to the side and back down. So this gets into the shoulder a different direction than we were working earlier. Earlier, we were in the frontal plane. Now we're in the side plane. There's another professional term for that, and I'm drawing a blank on what it is, so you're just getting side plane. So we lift and lower, lift and lower. So the goal of exercising is to work your body in all different directions. So front ways, sideways, back ways, all the ways around. The more movement you have in each direction, the better it is. We'll go for 3, 2, 1. With those arms down by your sides, we're just going to raise them straight up in front and back down. Straight up in front and down. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Remember to keep that back nice and straight. Tummy tucked in, chin nice and tall, shoulders relaxed. We'll go for 3, 2, last one. From here, take those arms. They're going to be right down by your side. They're going to press backwards and release. So press back and release. So this starts to squeeze in those shoulder blades. So you go back, squeeze those shoulder blades together.
We almost had a visitor.
We would have roped Daniel into this. He would have been so happy with me. Go for 3, 2, last one. So from here, your arms are kind of already in that backwards area. So you're going to take your hands and you're going to place them at the base of your spine. So I'm going to turn around so you can see what this is doing. Mom's going to show you the front version. So this is what we call the self back rub. So those hands are at the base of your spine. And you rub up as high as you can go and straight back down. So up and down, up and down. So the reason that we do this is it works into those back muscles. As we get older, as we get stiffer, regardless of age, as we get stiffer, we tend to not move behind us as much. We don't reach in that direction very often. And so this helps offset some of what happens as we naturally age. The harder you rep, the better the back rub. We'll go for 3, 2, last one. From here, we're going to bring those arms up in front. We're going to do a side cross reach. So sitting nice and tall, we're just going to reach those arms across the body, and then the other side goes across. So this works into the waist some. It also gives that, give me that remote. So instead of asking somebody to, hand it to you, you can reach for it now and pick it up from wherever it may be sitting. So we reach across, keeping this nice and level with the floor. We'll go for 3, last 2, last one, each side. So from here, check my time. We're going to start working down to the legs. So I'm going to scoot my chair back so hopefully you can see what my legs are doing. So from here, we're just going to start with a knee extension. So we lift that knee up and we lower. We lift up and lower.
Creaky knees.
Yeah, this is creaky knees. So this is where I'll also tell a story on my best friend. So I'll leave her nameless. That way if you'll know her, So we were in her house one time. And she'd gone to the doctor. I don't remember what for. And she got home that night. She looks at me, she goes, "Sarah, straighten your knee." And so I took my leg and I, raised it up off the floor. And she's like, "Oh, I can't believe it." I'm like, "What?" Well, apparently the doctor had asked her that earlier that day during the appointment. And instead of straightening her knee, she straightened her knee. I'm like, "What in the world?" So then she proceeded to ask her husband, who responded in kind. So we had a good laugh at her expense. And every time we do this exercise, I think of her. So we straighten our knee. This is a lot easier than if we're standing because there's no weight on our knees right now, other than our own lower leg. So you lift and lower, lift and lower. We'll go for 5 and 4, last 3, 2, last 1, lift each leg. You have to finish both sides. So from here we're going to do our walk wides and narrows. So this works into our hips on that outer hip and the inner thigh. So we're going to take those legs, we're going to walk wide, wide, narrow, narrow, wide, wide, narrow, narrow. So you may have to move your chair up or sideways so we don't step on each other's toes.
Okay.
You can do this with shoes on or without shoes. Arthritis exercise is a very low impact exercise workout. It's designed mainly to just stretch the different muscles, keep that mobility, keep that range of motion. So everything is pretty easy in regards to levels. So you can do it with tennis shoes on, you can do it barefoot, you can do it inside, you can do it outside. I do recommend you do it somewhere where there's a flat ground surface, especially if balance is an issue. So go for 4 and 3, last 2, last set, out, out, in. So from here, we're going to switch this motion up, and we're going to take that leg, and we're just going to tap out, and in, and out, and in. Hopefully you can see this. My legs are going out at a diagonal, and just tapping that heel to the floor. So this is what we call our lower jumping jack. And in order to boost some of that cardio exercise aspect, we're going to take our arms down by our sides, and as those legs go out, we're going to add in the arms. Hopefully mom can be coordinated enough to do this. If not, laugh, carry on. My seniors have a ball with this one every time. So we'll go for last set, and we're going to add those arms to the leg out, then the arms come up and down and up and down.
Oh.
So the arms and legs go together. She's doing good. I figured she would.
I've been doing water aerobics with you.
In water aerobics, I mess with their brains immensely. So if you want to get an extra benefit, an extra dose of the workout, mom's going to keep doing this version. The extra version is both legs are going to move out at the exact same time for a full chair jumping jack. So this is the modified jumping jack, and then the full chair jumping jack would be legs out and together, out and together. So you can do this either way. You can go, full starfish or half jumping jack with those little arms and legs out. So this works into your core, works those shoulders, works those legs. We'll go for 3 and 2, last 1, and bring those legs back in. So from here, it is very warm in the room that we're doing this in. So from here, we're gonna lift one leg up, and hopefully you can see my ankle. We're gonna go into just some ankle rotations. So just take that ankle in a nice easy circle. I feel this one from yesterday.
Oh, I'm not sitting back with you.
Don't lean back in your chair.
Oh.
That's not allowed. So when we lean back in chairs, we tend to slouch. We let go of our tummy muscles. We stop letting them do some extra work. So by sitting up and leaving a gap in the back of our chair, that's allowing our stomachs and our backs to have to work. So we're burning a few extra calories. So then we're going to take that ankle, we're going to rotate it the other direction. Make sure we get both directions going.
And if you really want to work out in a warm place.
Yes, if you want to burn some extra calories, go where it's about 77 degrees and humid. It's a great workout. So then we'll take that leg, we're going to lower him down, lift the other leg, take him into some ankle circles. I should have turned the fan off.
It's a little warm. Not enough air circulation.
So then we'll take this ankle and we'll rotate him the other direction.
It does feel good doing these though.
So you can lift your leg up nice and high, you can do it just barely off the floor. So it's lifting to your comfort level. The higher you lift, the more you're going to use that leg. So from here, did we rotate the other direction? Yes, I thought so. Just checking. Take that leg and lower him down. So from here, we're getting ready to head into cool down. But we're going to get one more for the legs in. So take your left leg, slide him all the way out. Your right ankle is going to cross over. And from here, all you're going to do is you're going to slide that knee up as high as you can and back down. So we slide up and down. So this works that inner leg, that inner thigh. It works the back and the hip and your core muscles using to pull that leg up to the body and back down. As we tend to get stiff, a lot of times older, we don't tend to cross our legs as much or lift them. So this type of exercise, it helps with getting in and out of bathtubs, getting in and out of cars, climbing over things in the floor, whatever. Maybe it helps us get that leg back up and down. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. And again, what's good for one side is good for the other. So extend that right leg, cross the left knee over, and from here we lift and lower. We lift and lower, raising it up and down, lift and lower. You can suck that tummy muscles in, those tummy muscles in. Lift and lower. Lift for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So from here, we're going to plant both feet on the floor. We're going to start stretching from the bottom to the top. So with those legs, we're just going to rock up onto our toes and back on flat feet. So up onto toes and back to flat feet. So we lift and lower those toes. So any type of strengthening exercise for your ankles helps with stability and balance. That way, if you start to lose your balance, the stronger your ankles are, the faster they will recover and you'll be able to catch yourself, which hopefully will prevent some falls. So we lift and lower. We'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So from here, we switch the motion. So keeping your heels glued down, we lift those toes up and lower the toes flat. So those toes lift and lower. Lift and lower. I don't know if you can see my toes or not, but they're lifting and lowering. So this just works a different set of muscles to pull those toes back towards the body. Move for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So from here, we're going to take that right leg, we're going to extend him out. Hands go on the bent left leg, and we lean forward. As you lean forward, you should feel it stretch down through the back of your leg. Take those toes, pull them towards the ceiling. The lower you lean, the more you're going to feel that stretch. Again, discomfort is okay, pain is not. So lean down and stretch to your comfort zone, remembering to take nice deep breaths. This one usually feels pretty good.
No, this one does feel really good.
So then we'll lift top, switch sides, so pull that right leg in. Left leg extends out, hands go on the right knee, and you lean forward, allowing your body to stretch. Generally speaking, one side is more flexible than the other. So one side will feel, oh, that feels good, and the other side's like, oh, I feel that one. So we'll lift top, switch to the other side. We do each side twice. That way you can enjoy the maximum potential. Get all stretched out. Sit nice and tall. Last time, stretch out that left leg. Then we'll come up nice and center. So from here, we're going to stretch through the waist. So you take your left hand, you put it on your right knee, and your right hand goes to the back of the chair, and you twist off to the right. Taking a nice deep breath in and out, giving that full spinal twist. Then we're going to take the body and we're going to go to the other side. So your right hand comes to your left knee, left hand goes to the back of the chair, and you twist off that direction. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. We come back to center. We're going to do that once more each side. So twist off to the right. Remembering to breathe. And then twist off to the left. Back to center. We take those arms down by our sides, going back into those shoulder shrugs. So we lift up and back, lifting up and back. Breathing in and out. I don't know if you can hear the little songbirds or not. I don't know how good the video voice quality is. But we have one of the windows propped open and all the little birds are outside singing. It's one of my favorite parts of spring. Go for 3, 2, 1. From here, we're going to let those hands come to rest. Thinking about our heads, we're just going to rotate over to that side, so back to that tilt that we started with. So the goal is to keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Our tendency is as we go over, we raise that shoulder up to meet it. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Let the head do the moving. As you breathe in and out. Eyes closed if you'd like for extra additional relaxation benefit. Once more each side. Back over to the other side for the last time. From here, we're going to bring that head center. Now is the time when you can move all the way to the back of your chairs and you can actually relax against the back of it. So now's the time when you do actually shut your eyes. So from here, you're going to close your eyes, get nice and comfortable, and we're just going to think about your body as you take some nice deep breaths. So as you breathe in and out, you're going to allow your back to relax against the chair. As you breathe in and out, allowing your hips to settle into the chair. Breathing in and out. Your legs should start to get heavy as they relax. As you breathe in and out. Breathing in and out. So from here, we're going to slowly open your eyes. And as you do, we bring our hands up. We wiggle all of our fingers around. Make sure they're all nice and loose. And then from here, we take our fingers, we stick them all together, and this is what we call our knuckle wave. So we fold at the knuckles and we lift, and we fold at the knuckles and lift. And the faster we fold and lift, it turns into a wave where I say thanks for joining us today. We'll be back at some time in the future. Hopefully I'll get some extra buddies who are willing to be on video. But we hope that you enjoyed Arthritis Exercise class. Thanks. Bye.